Hey everybody, my name is Jennifer. This is Metatron speaking, and today's video is the August 2023 energy update or energy forecast. So we're going to be digging into what the month of August is going to be like for all of us as a collective. Obviously, our personal situations and circumstances are different, but kind of that overall energetic that's going to be coming through for the month. I've done what I typically do, where I have already pulled from 7 different oracle card decks that Metatron chose. I didn't channel messages for them ahead of time, so we're just going to work through it in the moment. Some of them had so much energy around them that even as I'm pulling them, not intending to get a message, they were starting to give me the messages, and I'm like, not yet, we're not doing this yet. So let me show you. I'm going to go kind of in backwards order again. I'm going to start off with cards that I pulled that are crystals. And the reason I want to do that is because it starts to give you kind of an overall feel of what might be going on for the month. Let me locate those cards. Where did I put those cards? You know what? I don't think I have them here. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go get the cards. All right, I'm back. I'm actually prepared now. I have my stack of cards. It is 7 different crystal cards that he wanted us to take a look at. So take a look at some of these. This is quartz with tourmalinated quartz. I'm not going to read you these messages under here because that is not necessarily why Metatron is showing us this. So remember, anytime you put a crystal within quartz, anytime quartz has an inclusion, is what these are called, anytime quartz has another crystal within it, basically what it's doing is it's taking that crystal that's within it and it's amplifying the heck out of it. It's putting it on steroids. So black tourmaline, which is what this card is showing, is one of the stones that we had for last month's energy update. It is, let me pull it up because I took some notes on it. It's typically a stone that's used for grounding and energetic protection, but there are some other things he brought to my attention, so I want to make sure I pull those up. Okay, here we go. Deflect or repel negative energies. So this is one of the things that this type of quartz does. I don't have an example for you, unfortunately, but it deflects or repels negative energies, and it helps give you clarity of thought. So we're going to see this repeated kind of several times. So hematite, this is another stone. I didn't bring an example, although I have some, but I didn't bring it with me. But hematite is another one of the stones that we had last month. So again, this is a protective and grounding stone. What Metatron is bringing forward specifically for this month is focus, that this stone assists with focus, willpower, courage, and stability. So pay attention to what he's saying that we're going to use these for, because these are the traits that we would ideally need to possess in order to smoothly transition through this energy month. Shungite. So this one's famous for protecting people from electromagnetic frequencies. It's a great stone to have around, like if you have like a home office, or even if you have a away from home office, wherever your office is, wherever you have your electronics, wherever you plug in your computer and your cell phone and your tablet and your TV. It's great to have these around there to kind of absorb energies that you don't want to be absorbing into your body. This also brings light during times of darkness. Oh, and this is actually This is actually my Shungite example. So it's black, it's kind of nondescript. This one's in a Merkaba shape, and that just makes it even more powerful. And so I typically leave this guy over in the area where I plug in all the cell phones of the house to charge them. So we have kind of this collection of crystals for energetic protection, grounding, stability, clarity, detoxing. So we have those. Check out this one, Sodalite. Again, one I don't have an example for. Metatron is making me feel like I need to go shopping and buy more crystals. Ha ha ha. Yeah, right. I buy so many already. So Sodalite. So he's bringing this one forward for these usages: calming panic attacks, enhancing self-esteem, and releasing anger and frustration. So remember, this month, there's gonna be a push for an up leveling. And I only know this because of the information they gave me for the Lightworker Gateway. There's going to be a push to raise consciousness and to up level for all of us, no matter where we are, to bring ourselves up a little higher. And to do that, we typically have to be faced with things that aren't comfortable and that aren't fun. And they might be things that make us feel like we're having a panic attack, or things that make us feel like we're angry or frustrated. So anything that we can do to help feel, more grounded or more calm, that's what he's going to be pointing out to us. Sunstone. And I'm so mad at myself right now because I have like 10 examples of different kinds of stones for this one, but I only brought one. So we're just going to do that. But so Sunstone, so notice the color, that orange color. Here's my example to you guys. My pyramid, of course, I always try to get the shapes that have a little extra power to them. But the Sunstone is for empowerment, confidence, increasing self-worth. So we're starting to see a pattern now. We're talking about increasing self-worth, increasing self-esteem. Wait for it. He keeps going with this. Carnelian enhances self-esteem, combats feelings of inadequacy, gives courage and motivation. So over and over again, we're talking about confidence. We're talking about self-esteem and self-worth. I have a couple examples for you guys. I've got a sphere here of carnelian that has like the agate in it. Got another sphere of carnelian that is flower agate. So it looks a little bit different, but it's still got that nice dark color in there. So I don't know what's going on this month for all of us, but we need to be feeling our self-worth. We need to be feeling our confidence. And then this is the last one he gave us. So clear quartz, which there's never a bad time for a clear quartz for any purpose, for any month, for any year, for any situation. Clear quartz is always appropriate. Of course, it's the master healer, right? It's we can, like one like this, we can program it with intentions and kind of have it transmit into the energetic world for us to enhance that intention, basically for manifestation. But that's not what Metatron wants to talk about. Metatron is talking about clear quartz for this reason. It can create more focus and clarity around a desire. What do you desire? Do you know what you want right now? It's time to get really specific. It's time to get really focused on what we want. So, August, this month, we have coming up Lionsgate. So, Lionsgate is on August 8th, 8/8, every single year. If you aren't familiar with Lionsgate, it's the most important numerical portal that comes around every single year, no matter what, um, as far as manifestation goes. So it's a major energetic window for manifesting. So to give you an idea of the power of Lionsgate, last year on Lionsgate, what I tried to manifest was being able to channel my guides. That worked out. So if you have not already started preparing for Lionsgate, start preparing. Start mentally thinking of what do you want? What do you want to manifest? What goal do you want to have come to fruition for you? Start thinking about that because you want to have that specific intention or thought or goal in mind come August 8th. So we'll talk about Lionsgate more later, probably not in this video. But let's keep going with what Metatron has for you. So I'm just going to keep putting things aside. So we have room. Let me see if I wrote down anything else. I don't think I did. Nope. That was the last. Is that the last thing? It's pretty much the last thing I wrote down. Okay, let's go into cards. Do you want this one? This one. Oh, he's going out of order. I thought I had him all correctly in order, but he's changing his mind right now. Keeping me on my toes. Okay, so this is the Oracle card deck that we're going to be using. Do you want me to do 3 and 3? Okay, these 3. Oh my gosh, Metatron. These 3? Okay. He's totally messing with me right now because I pulled him out in a certain order, and he always has me go over the cards with you guys in the order that I pulled them. And right now he's like changing it. He's like, no, we're doing it different. That's fine. We'll do that. So I'm going to show you these 3 cards and then we're going to get into it. Let it go. That's self-explanatory, but we'll still get into it. In perfect harmony. I can't read backwards. A grand symphony. Okay. We have things as individuals, and then they're different for each one of us. We have things as individuals that are holding us back. We are holding on to old ways. We are holding on to old behaviors, old flaws, old thought processes, old default ways of being. We're not being fully conscious with all of our actions, with all of our behaviors, with all of our thoughts. Of course not. It's very hard to be conscious with all of your thoughts. But the more we become conscious in everything we think, everything we do, the more we release this old state of being. And he's saying we need to let this go in order for us as a person to be in perfect harmony. For us as a human to be in perfect energetic harmony, we've got to release all this junk so that we are a fine-tuned instrument. And what happens when all of us start becoming more conscious and we start becoming that fine-tuned instrument, and the frequency we're giving off, it's like a musical instrument. It's healing. It's changing. Can't find words for it. Changing is the word I want. It's has the power to transform those who hear the music. So when we all start doing that, next thing you know, we've got a grand symphony because all of the instruments are playing. It's you, it's me, it's your neighbor, it's the person down the street. This is where we want to get to. But this is where we are. We've got to take one step at a time. So right now we have to focus on shedding the old ways. Okay. He has a secondary way he wants to talk about this. This is Yeshua. Yeah. Okay. This is Jesus. This is Yeshua. They're saying let it go. That person, this isn't for everybody. You're going to know if this is for you. Some of us have resentments that we keep holding on to. And he's saying, well, it's a card. Digging through my other decks. He's saying, extend grace to that person. Forgive their limitations. I always try to be careful with how I word things because none of us are under any obligation ever to forgive. But to be able to forgive to the extent that that the grudge is no longer impacting you. That's what each of us really needs. He's not saying go give this person a big hug and be best friends with them. That's not what he's saying. But he's saying understand that this person has limitations and that they are flawed and that they have made mistakes. And understand that there are times in your life where you have been that person to someone else. There are other lifetimes where you have been that person to someone else. And so he's saying, cut the cord. There's a cord between you and the person that you don't forgive. It's a strong cord. And so until you decide to quit thinking about them, to quit disliking them, until you decide to quit putting energy towards them like that, there's an energetic cord and it's draining you. So let's cut the cord and do what we can to release it. Okay. So I dug into a totally different deck just there. But Jesus said I could, so ha ha ha. Okay. I'm going to put these cards down. I have like no room here. I have so many card decks. I have crystals. I have sprays. Ooh, okay. I don't normally use Amanda Ellis's sprays unless I'm working with a crystal grid. I don't normally just bust them out for you guys. However, I was called to do that for this. So there's 3 of them that were brought forward, and oops, you can't read it because it's so bright. This one is Archangel Metatron Spiritual Protection Shielding Light. And the reason I want to spray these 3 for you guys is they tie in directly to the crystals that he gave us. Oh, I have a couple bottles of this one. This one's starting to get to the bottom, but I can definitely smell that. Yeah. Let's all say goodbye to Finn as he gets up and walks away. But let's also say goodbye to this bottle because that was its last spray. It had its final life with us just now. Okay, so I'm going to put that one down. Check out these other 2. Archangel Metatron sunrise, new dawn. Look at the colors. Sunrise, new dawn, beginning of something new. This is what this month is supposed to be for us. We have to let go of old energy to bring in new energy. You cannot receive new blessings and new opportunities until you are ready and willing to release old ways, old behaviors, old relationships, old anything that is hindering you, old blocks. And then I don't have, of course, I threw my cards out over here and I don't have an example, so I have to use my cards. Remember this guy? Sodalite? Look at the color of him. Light in the dark. Okay, and he's pointing to this to me too. Speak your truth. Light in the dark. We just talked about new dawn, about sunrise. This is a transformational time for a lot of us. This is going to pull up a lot of really old, ugly, painful experiences for a lot of us because it's time. It's time to feel it and let it go and get past it. And so it is a dark time, but here's the light in the dark. There is always a light in the dark. For speak your truth, for some of you, verbalizing what you've been through is going to be the key that you need to let go of an old way of being, to let go of trauma. So consider that as we move forward. Are we ready for these? We're ready for these. Okay, so I have 3 more cards still from that Oracle, the 7 Energies deck. So I'll show you these. When I saw this one, the Uncharted Sea, whenever I see this card, I feel terror in my soul. I get scared. You know, I'm a human being, right? Anytime you know change is coming, it's kind of unnerving. But look what he says to us. Bearing fruit. Feeling the world. So he's being very upfront with us. We are being pulled into uncharted waters. We're being pulled into a place that humanity has never, ever been before. And certainly us as individuals, we've never been here before. But as a species, as a collective, we've never been here before. But he's saying, this is worth it. Look at all that pink. Pink is the color of your higher heart chakra. This is going to bear fruit. Going into the unknown, changing, transforming, letting go, speaking your truth is going to bear fruit for us. Sorry, I'm like holding this in a bad spot for you guys. This is how the earth ascends. This is how you release all the limitations and restrictions that you have placed upon yourself, and you finally give yourself access to the whole world. Right? She's got the whole world in her hands. She's got it all. And you can too. All of us can. There's no limit on the abundance of what's available. It's only in our minds that there's a limit, that only this person and that person can have it, but not us. It's not true. All right, I'm putting these cards aside. Do you want... Oh, he's being so sneaky. I organized this whole thing and he's changing his mind. Do you want this one? This one? That one? Oh my gosh, Metatron. I'm gonna have words with you after this. Okay. I literally organized this and he is just... He's taking me into uncharted waters, he says. He's being a smart ass. Okay, so this is the next deck. Gosh. Whoops. Okay. I don't have very many cards. I only have 3 cards from here. So let me show you. Should have read them before I showed them to you. We have progress. We have get clear. Do you guys remember this? We just talked about this. About the, it says right here on this quartz, get crystal clear. Start making decisions. Start being super clear about what you want and where you're going so you can get there. If you don't choose where you're going, you think someone's just going to show up one day and just take you down a road and lead your life for you? It's not going to happen. Okay, third card. Self-love. These are totally just emphasizing what we went over with the last cards and the crystals, because this is what we're gunning for, right? This is a time for us to make progress. But only if we can get clear on what it is we're trying to progress towards. This is a worthy goal. This is the goal for a huge chunk of us. He's showing me more than half of the people listening to this video, at whatever point you're listening to this video, more than half the people that will listen to this, this is the thing you should be focusing on. Why do you think we're doing Carnelian and we're doing Sunstone and we're doing all these things for self-esteem and self-worth and confidence and willpower? Because we have so much wounding still from our childhood, from our young adult years, from our adult years. We have trauma from everywhere, right? And we told ourselves a story that our trauma defined our situation. We told ourselves the story that that bad thing happened to me because there's something wrong with me, because I deserved it, because I'm not worthy of something better. This might not be a message that you realize you're telling yourself, but he wouldn't be trying to get us to bear this kind of fruit of the heart if we were all really good at self-love. We're not, and that's okay. This has barely been brought into the consciousness of humanity recently. It's going to take time. It's going to take generations to implement this properly. But this is the time. These are the people that are going to be the ones to start. We're the ones who are going to set the example that this can be done, and that it's a worthy goal, that it can be done. Oh, I just asked him if he was done with these cards and he said no. Do you want these? No. Okay, he still wants me to talk about this one, which is interesting because I thought we talked about self-love quite a bit. Okay. He's showing me. So remember how that Sodalite card was saying, speak your truth. And I was saying, for some of you, this is the key to letting things go. This is the key to releasing some trauma. So self-love is the key for many of you to letting it go, to shedding the things that you need to shed. See, take a look at this person. You see these things? Almost looks like there's like energy coming off their head. Something you could do for self-love. Look at this person's feet. See how we're touching the earth? Whoop. We have a cat. His name is Finn. He can't seem to get comfortable. So this person's feet are touching the earth, absorbing the healing energy from our planet. That is self-love. When you do something for your soul, for your body, for your emotional well-being, for your psychological well-being, that is self-love. So if you can go out and be in nature, if you can go out and have your bare feet on the ground, in the grass, somewhere where you're not going to step on something sharp, do it. Because that is healing energy that will help you in your self-love journey, and it'll help you let things go. Is that what you wanted? That's what he wanted. Okay. All right, Metatron. Where are we going? This way? This way. You're so funny. He's a funny guy. All right. The Field Guide to Garden Dragons. I adore this set. Sometimes I think he only uses it because it makes my soul happy and not because it has the most in-depth messages. So here are the 3 cards he chose for us. Luck. Hey, I'll take it. Lucky Clover Dragon is what it says. We have Potato Dragon for support. And we have Cherry Dragon. Look at that word. Grace. We talked about that earlier. Okay, so on this one, he was just saying, like, he was just saying, he was showing me everyone's guides that you have support, so much support that you can't even imagine, that you aren't even aware of. You have this like crowd of spirit guides that literally walks with you every step, that talks about, you know, the messages they're gonna try to leave for you and what's gonna benefit you the most. Yeah. So he's just talking about you are supported. Okay. So let's talk about this guy. So Grace. So Grace is receiving favor from someone without having earned it, right? You didn't do something to get that favor. You were just being given something that you didn't earn. And so this is Cherry Dragon, and you can see we have cherry blossoms. So cherry blossoms represent new beginnings, renewal, good fortune, and future happiness. Oh, hey, okay, good fortune. Good fortune, like being lucky, right? Okay, remember how we did the Sodalite and we were talking about, okay, for some of you, the key to everything is going to be speaking your truth. And we just talked about, okay, for some of you, the key to everything is going to be self-love. Okay, well, here we go again. For some of you, the thing you need to focus on, the key to everything is going to be extending grace to somebody. He's saying not yourself, to somebody else, to somebody that you are having a hard time forgiving. And that process of you extending grace is like these cherry blossoms. It allows you, when you release old energy, it allows you to have a new beginning. It allows you to have opportunity and fortune and renewal and future happiness. It allows all these beautiful energies to come to you, just like a cherry blossom. And we're good with these. Okay. Put these over to the side. All right, my dear, this one, this one. Okay. Spirit Song Tarot. It's one of my only tarot decks. I don't read them as tarot cards because I don't know how. I just read the energy off of it and I listen to what Metatron shows me and what Metatron says. So I have 3 different cards on this one. Probably should have read it before I showed it to you. The Traveler, Adventure, Potential. Remember we had that card that was like the uncharted waters, the uncharted sea, the unknown, to have an adventure, you have to have some unknowns, right? And that is what also gives you the potential for something greater, is to take a leap of faith, right? Look at him. He's leaping. And you know what helped him take that leap of faith? Look at that sun behind him. Look at that yellow. Look at that solar plexus energy. That solar plexus chakra energy, that willpower, that confidence. That's why we wanted these crystals for the month, right? To have confidence, to feel our self-worth, to take a chance, to take action, to get clear about what we want and to go do it, to have an adventure, to have that potential for the good luck, for the fortune, for the happiness, for the new beginning, for the renewal, for everything that we want. So this starfish is saying quest and renewal. Okay, we just talked about that, right? Because adventure is like a quest. We just talked about renewal because we were talking about the cherry blossoms. So he's just validating over and over again that I'm giving you the right message. Yay. Check out this last card. It's not about the words, it's the picture. Remember we talked about Lionsgate is coming? There's our lion. That crown of light around his head. The lion is symbolic for courage, right? The sun, the solar plexus, it's all symbolic for courage and willpower. The courage to have an adventure is what he says. Okay. All right, I'm done with these. No? That's your grand finale? Okay. So now we're going to do this deck. He did an obscene amount of cards from this deck. This is one of his favorite people. Whoever this is, Colette Baron Reed, Archangel Metatron adores her. He clearly works with her when she does her oracle cards because he favorites hers. He's able to like really put in some complex messages off of her cards. So can I start? Are we doing 3s? Okay, so no. Yes. He's being so bossy. Okay. Here's the cards. One ring circus. As opposed to a 3-ring circus, I guess. Should I be Googling that? Magic prayer. I feel like he's giving me some complex messages on these cards. Of course he is. Encouragement. Okay, he's telling me if you're a one-ring circus, I don't even know what this means, but this is what he's telling me. He says if you're a one-ring circus, you're trying to do everything on your own. And he shows me, and look at what happened. They tried to do everything on their own, and they ended up on this rock, surrounded by the sea. They ended up trapped. They ended up stuck. They ended up where they did not want to be. Don't do this alone. Do this with us, he said. The guides are saying, do this with us. Don't do this alone. We're here to support you. Who am I talking to? This is not Metatron. Is this Yeshua? Oh my gosh, he's being so funny. Okay, so Jesus popped in to do these cards. He says, you don't need a magic prayer to reach us. You don't need to say something special, do something special. All you have to do is think that you want our help, say that you want our help. We're there. That was cute, Yeshua. He wants to give us encouragement. He's saying, we will take care of you. Here's what he says. Oh, the energy from that. We will take care of you, just like mama takes care of her baby. We won't let anything bad happen to you. Yikes. Okay, that's what he wanted. A lot of love energy on that. All right, Yeshua, do I get to keep you? You're gone. Okay, now who am I getting? Metatron? Okay. Over here? These three? These three. Jeez Louise. Oh boy. Metatron? Okay. Coming apart. Slow and steady. Heal the ouch. So this is one of the card sets that had a lot of energy on it right when I pulled them out. So here's the deal. Some of us are going through life-changing events right now that aren't pleasant. Some of us feel like life is coming apart. Don't focus on what 5 years from now looks like, or next year, or next month, or next week. Stay in the moment, stay in the right now. Figure out what you need to heal, what you need for self-love, what you need to take care of yourself. But don't look into the future, because that is going to stress you out, and that is going to cause you anguish over things that will never come to pass. So put all your energy and all your focus into healing what is hurting you. Okay? That's what he wants on these. All right, next set of cards. listening. It's funny. I can already hear him giving messages. Cleaning house. Peaks of joy. When I put this card up for you guys, I heard him say, "Are you listening? Are you listening?" He says, "Because we're talking through her right now. Are you listening?" It's like he wants to wake up somebody who's not quite conscious when they're listening to this. It's like this isn't just like a fun, entertaining video of, oh, hey, here's your fortune for the day or whatnot. This is literally the archangels are reaching out. Yeshua is reaching out. They're trying to give you the tools to support you and to change your life in the way that you want. Are you listening? He says, we know you're not happy, that you've essentially got a lot of chores to do, right? You've essentially got all this work to do. Your house is dirty, your spiritual house, your soul, your energy, it's dirty. It's time to clean up lifetime after lifetime after lifetime of trauma, right? It's time to finally put things in order, finally clean house, finally take out the trash. But he's saying, yeah, this is the work we got to do, right? We have to do this work. This is the only path forward. We have to do this. But he's like, don't worry, like, I won't forget to give you time to play. We won't forget to put joyful moments interspersed in between all of this work. And that's been my experience with my guides as well, where this is kind of funny. I listen to my guides, literally. They put me to work. I do lots and lots of work for them. But in between that, they'll give me those little channelings or those little moments that just crack me up and make it so much fun. And these are the moments we want to focus on. Yes, let's move forward. Let's do this. But remember and relive this part. Okay. One more set of 3 from the Enchanted Map Oracle cards. Protecting Treasure. Home. Okay. Balancing Act. Heavy energy on these. I'm given the sense that there is a home situation that is very unstable, where there's fear. I feel like there's a mom out there that feels like she needs to protect her kids from someone who lives in the home. That's the energy of what I'm getting. Somebody who lives in the home. And that whoever this is trying to do a balancing act. They're trying to make everybody happy. They're trying to make everything stable and okay. But you know what? That ship is balancing on a bubble, on a tightrope. So there is nothing stable about this situation. It's not going to become stable. If there's someone in your home that is giving you a volatile, unstable home life, and if that person is an adult, he's just saying, whoever this is won't change. This will not change. There's no amount of you being on good behavior and you working super hard that's going to change the fact that it's a ship on a bubble on a tightrope. Okay, so that's for somebody specific. One more card deck, right? All right, this is the last deck. And this is the deck that I pulled that one card from. Are we doing like 3 and 3? 2? 2? 2, 2? Oh boy. Do you want these two first? Okay. He is mixing up things like a madman. So we've got Grace, which I already showed you earlier. And we've got the Awakening. So what's super cool about this card, I hadn't seen it before I drew it for us. And, oh, we have Oliver. Oliver, come on, buddy. Why does everyone have to wiggle? Lay down, baby. He's parked himself right where you shouldn't park yourself. Thank you. Come over here. So the cool thing about this dragon card is, take a look at the background. It looks exactly like the Light Worker Gateway or the Earth Gateway examples that they were showing me that I talked about in one of my last videos. So it looks like a gateway. We have a dragon. Well, remember how I told you that the first Lightworker Gateway was in February, and it was with the Dragon Collective releasing divine feminine energy, basically. And that it caused a huge awakening for the Earth. It was like the first domino of a new set of awakenings. And so this card is like the illustration of that, which kind of blows my mind. Really beautiful dragon. Okay, so I'm asking him, stop, stop. The cat who's trying to chew a cord, so I'm trying to hold it. So Metatron wants to talk about this one more. He's just emphasizing what Yeshua or Jesus was saying earlier. He's emphasizing that, that forgiveness can set you free. Okay, that's all he wanted. All right. Like, we already talked about that. Uh-oh, we have a kitty who's laying on the cards. Oh, no. Okay, so I have 4 cards left. Let's see which ones he wants. This one? No. This one? Yes. This one? No. Okay, so you probably want these 2 then. So we've got immortality. And we've got rare knowledge. So on this one, check out those cherry blossoms. Remember we were talking about cherry blossoms symbolizing new beginnings, renewal, good fortune, happiness. the things that he's telling us about having grace and I don't know, just all of these tips and pieces of advice that they are giving us are to renew our soul, are to give us that new beginning. Our last two set of cards, my cat is laying on them, so I can't find them. Okay. Hilarious. Follow the signs. And hope. Those are beautiful two set of cards to end with. Metatron. Yeah, there's referencing our guides wanting to connect with us, that there are signs that they are showing you, and to follow them. If they're showing you, if you keep seeing repeating numbers, keep seeing 111 or 333 or 123, Google angel number 111, angel number 333. Find out what message they're trying to get to you. And I think this is specifically for those who are having a difficult time right now in their personal life. That there's always light in the darkness, that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. To just take things in the moment, to not try to see too far into the future on it, and to just focus on your own healing and what you need to make it through each day, and that is good enough. So this is everything that I have for you guys. There's a lot that's going to be going on this month. I feel like they gave us a lot of tools to be prepared and a lot of recommendations. And I hope you felt the energy from these Amanda Ellis sprays. And I hope that encourages you to be courageous, be brave, to take that leap of faith, to have that new dawn for yourself. And if you're struggling, there is light in the darkness. Until next time, everybody. Bye-bye.